a second live just to talk a little bit more about how I'm excited for Zohran Mamdani and what he means, what the movement means, what the reaction means for the rest of the country, for the rest of the world. It strikes me as similar to the reaction that we've got seen in a lot of different countries where people will elect the most anti-Trump candidate, even if, the Trumpier candidate was due to win, leading up until recent times when Trump won and people saw what a disaster that is. So for people to be going anti-Trump in their elections around the world has already been an encouraging sight, or at least one like silver lining or positive compensation for all the evil stuff that Trump's doing personally, to know that there's like a worldwide backlash against it. But what's better right now is seeing an American backlash to it. And I feel like Mamdani is the best example of this so far. I mean, I feel like there's been some resistance to Trump, not nearly enough. There's been, some judges, definitely respect to the judges who've ruled against Trump. But the recent Supreme Court justice ruling kind of waters down some of the judges' power. Not that those judges aren't still American heroes for standing up to Trump, but we can't leave it to the judges, of course, obviously. And Mamdani to me seems to be like the turning point of like now we're going to start winning, and we're going to start winning big, and we're going to start winning big and small, I should say. We're going to start winning other local elections in other cities, and we're going to start applying the same, not just tactics, but because it's kind of like the evolving tactics of the technology that we have and the media landscape that we have. It's just kind of like a learning curve, like a class that we're all going through as a country. And right now, what benefits the class is the ways and the people who are attacking Mamdani are just showing all their hands. They're throwing everything they've got at him, um, and showing what all their tactics are. So we'll be able to recognize and quickly defeat and diffuse those tactics whenever they use them against the other candidates that Mamdani inspires. Hello, Missy. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. But I'm really excited about it. I feel like this is the turning point. This is the big victory. Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to the Pillar Revolution. I think this is the big victory. I mean, you can tell just by how scared they are. And I just personally learned a lot. Oh, wow. Welcome, everybody. It looks like you all came in. I was talking about uh, stopping Trump. Specifically, I'm always talking about stopping Trump. You've reached the anti-Trump channel, so welcome. Congratulations. Well done to you for reaching the anti-Trump channel. But um, talking about Mamdani's victory and upcoming victory, and for you, now that you're all here, how jumping on the bandwagon will help you. It's like, you know, knowing the next huge band or something before anybody else, or knowing the next, I don't know, cryptocurrency or something. Let's see what people are saying. We're talking about Mamdani winning the New York City mayor and everybody freaking out and being upset about it, all the bad guys freaking out and being upset about it, and all these people revealing that they're bad guys by the way they freak out about it. Like, I was not surprised, but disappointed, a little bit surprised and disappointed that, sorry, cat, were you looking for the cat? A little bit disappointed that Don Lemon had, what's his name, the MAGA mayor, Eric Adams, on. Do you know who? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Who is it? Tell me who it is. Tell me who it is, and maybe it'll ring a bell. Sorry, cat. See if I missed any other. Someone like that. Anyway, so it's going to be a good lesson for us all when we see all the attacks that they put against Mamdani. Like, they're going into their full racist and Islamophobic mode to try to discredit him or disparage him. And they're, calling him all sorts of lies. They're saying all sorts of lies and stuff, and all sorts of scare tactics, and their typical socialism. And I don't think they realize how much people are going to lean into that and say, like, no, that's what we want, and like prove that that's what wins. That's what the appetite in America is. Where I saw Eric Adams trying to make it a referendum on Gaza. It's like, yeah, we're going to win that vote too. We're going to win that debate and battle for people's votes and consciousness of the country and all that stuff. And we do all this together. We do everybody's issues together, both to support this campaign. Whatever your issue is, you should be able to support Mamdani in supporting that issue, and then do the same for candidates in your area slash run in your area. Be the next candidate in your area. So the reason I call it Pillow Revolution is because we can do a lot of it from bed. Maybe, I mean, you can do a lot of running a campaign from bed even these days. But, this, sorry, there's a cat on me. There's, there's a lot we do with nonviolence, peaceful, like the full range of peaceful things, including voting. So I've always considered voting to be an essential part, and everything about democracy to be an essential part of the Pillow Revolution. But also, being in bed and doing the things we can do in bed, including using our phones to make content and get in touch with each other. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be live much longer, but did want to express my excitement for Mayor Mamdani. Uh, you wait and see, Mr. Mothers. I will be mayor. I'm going to clean up this town. It's really exciting to me. It's really exciting how he's going to inspire other people, and we're going to use the same. Like I said, it's not really tactics. It's just people being honest about what we really believe in and going for it. And uh, he's a great candidate. I think he's going to be fantastic as a mayor. But other people have similar or comparable abilities, or have their own abilities that we can build campaigns around. And I think right now it's important to get on board this campaign. I mean, I'm in Colorado. I'm not a New York City voter. But I think it's important to get on board this campaign to help promote him in every way we can, to get the practice and experience and be part of it, and to be building connections and audience and stuff for the next campaigns, our local campaigns in our own areas and our own campaigns. So Kat Abou-Ghazali, I'm not sure if I can say her name right, but I've been seeing a lot of her content lately, and she's running for an office in, I don't know, Tennessee or whatever state she's in. Um, you see this happening where people are, and of course, Zohran Mamdani was in government some capacity before this, but anybody can do it. Like, and especially influencers. Like, it's time for people who have any type of audience or any type of connections, or to start building those connections again by being part of this campaign. I noticed that the Mamdani hashtag had 641 uses, which doesn't sound like a lot for one, but it kind of is a lot. The 600, when you consider that people probably haven't been hashtagging things Mamdani for more than a couple months. 641 uses here on YouTube. But another important thing about that is it had 340 something channels. So it's only an average of about 2 per channel, meaning lots of people are already using this hashtag, and it's going to be exploding soon. So if you go ahead and put content out there with hashtag Mamdani, just, you appreciate a free bus, whatever it is, something about his platform, you would arrest Netanyahu or Modi if they came to your town. Whatever message of his that you agree with. And I just found out that message from watching, I think, a show called The Majority Report, doing clips on Charlie Kirk. So Charlie Kirk is trying to scare people with this, and it's just great advertising for Zohran Mamdani. So to me, like, all their stuff's going to backfire on them, all their typical hate speech and lies and stuff. No, I've never been to Florida too much. Were you? Nice to meet you. Coo. Nice. And how are you? Welcome to the Pillow Revolution. I really think that it's going to inspire other people to run. We're going to use the same campaign. Basically, is going to shift to the next thing. I mean, once he's won, people involved in this campaign will be looking for the next campaign to help win, and have the support of the mayor of New York City to do it. So I really feel like this is the time when we turn the tables on Trump and Putin and Netanyahu, where we get the peace that we all have wanted. And not only do we stop these wars, we stop war. Like, we're going to go big. We're going to eradicate fascism and stop war itself. And I've got a lot to say about this. Check out my content under the Church of Judas hashtag. And anyway, check out the hashtag Pillar Revolution, Peace Pipe Party for more of this content. I'll probably shut the live down pretty soon unless anybody has any more stuff to say. But I'm really excited about Mamdani's campaign and that our role in the campaign. Like, just use the hashtag Mamdani. When I say it's got 600 and something uses so far on YouTube, well, it's probably over 1,000 now. I'm talking about, I checked yesterday or the day before, and it's going to shoot up. It's just like, getting in early on a stock or something, or an artist, or being an early adopter of something. So, especially if you want to make content and have influence, or possibly to run for political office yourself, go ahead and support Mamdani in this campaign, and then use the things you learn from supporting him to support other candidates in your area or in other areas, to support people around the world. Because I've always conceived of the Pillar Revolution as something we do worldwide, where we plan to, intend to, and state right up front, we're going to overthrow all tyrants, and we'll, as much as we can from bed, because why not? Because there's a lot we can do from bed. There's a lot we can do on these platforms. I haven't been using YouTube to its maximum potential, partly because I was on TikTok for a couple of years, a couple of different times. But if we start using YouTube, like, we can't really use TikTok as like we used to anyway. But if we start using YouTube like that, I think that's one of the reasons they realized their whole plan to ban TikTok backfires, is because then the same people who have gotten used to a certain standard and certain ways of communicating on TikTok are now on YouTube and doing the same thing. And they're not used to that. I know they're not used to what, my ideas are, because I'm talking about, let's give citizenship to everyone ICE encounters, take citizenship away from ICE, and let's finish promoting all our most progressive candidates like Mamdani to be New York City mayor and all over the country. It's, again, I thought it was ironic that I'm learning things about him because Charlie Kirk's trying to demonize him, and Charlie Kirk's like, Fort Collins, Colorado doesn't have a Muslim mayor, and some Quinnipiac, Iowa, or someplace, whatever, Quinnipiac or something, doesn't have a Muslim mayor. I'm like, well, those sound like great places to start, or any place is a great place to start. But my point being that we can do this, at all these different levels and all these different places, and we can do exactly what scares them the most. The idea that it is the biggest city in America, and the smallest cities in America, and mid-sized cities in America. And, whoever it is, and whatever their religious affiliation that upsets Trumpers is, well, I've got something. The Church of Judas will upset their religious affiliation more than anything political. While they're burning down our churches, and well, that too, but while they're burning down our schools and libraries, we're going to take their churches. We're going to replace their churches with the Church of Judas. That's worldwide too, but there's a lot of it in America that is in dire need of replacing, for exactly the reason, because it leads to Trumpism. We need to be going the exact opposite direction. I think that Mamdani is the big turning point for this. I think electing him mayor, not only the way that right wing's freaking out about it, but the way the center left, whatever you want to call it, the Democrats are, I don't know, I haven't seen personally, but I'm afraid and into it that they will be like, well, maybe not blue no matter who, and oh, maybe we can support Eric Adams or something like that, even though he's a total MAGA traitor. So, I mean, I guess I did see some of that because I saw Eric Adams on Don Lemon's show, and Don Lemon was platforming him and allowing him to kind of, well, do this typical MAGA playbook to try to um, uh, dismiss or disregard Mamdani. And yeah, I didn't appreciate it from Don Lemon, um, but it's the way it goes. It's like, that's how we identify who's on our side and who's not, and or how we pressure people who make those types of mistakes. Like, um, you don't platform these guys, or if you do it with a certain amount of criticism so that they um, don't necessarily take it or make advantage of it. Although, anyway, I mean, maybe Don Lemon also had Mamdani on, but I got a bad idea that he's having Eric Adams on right after Mamdani won the primary, because even the kind of outsider got kicked out of the establishment Democrats are also scrambling to avoid Mamdani showing what, progressive Democrats can do. That's why I think it's really important that we not only help him win, but help him win really big, to send a really big message, to again encourage other people to run and other people to get involved. But I also think for people that do get involved, it'll just be a great way to build your audience connections and content, because it's going to be a rapidly increasing hashtag and, content association with Mamdani. So anyway, I hope you find that to be true. I'll probably shut the live down since I'm not getting much interaction right now. But nice to meet you. Welcome to the Pillar Revolution. Thanks for helping out. And see you guys next time. Go Mamdani. Go America. Go humans. Let's stop these evil fascists. And yeah, check out the Church of Judas, Pillar Revolution, and Peace Pipe Party, and Fairy Liberation Front hashtags. See you guys soon.